All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right,
Let's do it.
we're back on the Boiz. I'm still here. Jacob's still here.
I'm back.
Very special guest across the border just to be here for an episode of the Boiz. It's Eric White.
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Does this need to be like closer?
Yeah,
Right into it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Just like,
There's a knob on the side to loosen
yeah.
to allow for
Sorry.
manipulation. That's all right.
First podcast jitters.
We can cut this.
Yeah.
We're not going to.
Get
This is all gonna be-
it in post. All right.
All right. Matt Yari
Oh.
might be joining us too. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, he's running on
We'll see.
Jew
He's
on
time.
Jew time, yeah.
Exactly. Jesus,
Yeah.
word.
We're off to the races. Eric, how's it
we go.
going?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Are you Jewish, Eric?
No.
Yeah.
I have nothing to
figured.
say there, but
Yeah.
First question.
I did want to thank you
Yeah.
because of this podcast. I got to experience one of the little joys of Detroit coming
Yeah.
over.
Oh,
Rush hour traffic on the Lodge Freeway.
Oh yeah.
That was really
That's a
fun.
staple
It was-
of the
yeah.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. You got to get out and experience other cultures, right?
Yeah.
It really helps.
Yeah. I'm glad we were able to bless that upon you.
Yeah,
What the fuck is going on?
my God. They must be rearranging the
I did
place.
realize there was a lot of spooky noises in this building.
Yeah.
Is it haunted or something?
It's a tall building.
Yeah.
You guys talk for a second.
Yeah.
Is it earthquake safe in here? Is that what? This is how you host a podcast. You guys talk for a second.
Well, he goes and yells at the Armenians next door. That's how he does it.
Oh, I thought
Keep
it
it
was
in
just
line.
going to be like the old broomstick on the.
Right through the roof. Right
Yeah.
through a hole through one of these tiles here.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's been nice.
Podcast.
We just started, guys. We just started.
Fuck's sake. Alright. Sorry that ruined the podcast experience for you, Eric. We try to
Oh,
keep it, here on the Boiz. We try and keep it,
Super professional, right?
right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, what else is new with you?
Not too much. I mentioned.
Hard hitting questions.
Yeah. What's new with you? I love how open ended it is. I was talking to you earlier that I might be starting up my own little podcast soon.
Look at that.
Yeah. I don't know if any of your viewers play Dungeons and Dragons, but
Oh, that'll be fun.
yeah, it's just going to be like a fun little podcast with my
Doing a campaign, like
with
a
my
proper.
friends. Yeah, I'll be running the campaign.
Very good.
I think we're going to call it Beast and Brews.
Beast and Brews.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, I mean it'll be fun. I don't have anything else to say on that, but
That's a
keep
good
an eye
amount
on
to
it
say.
for when
Yeah.
it comes out.
How many campaigns have you been? What's the proper word? Taskmaster for? Is that the
Dungeon
proper
master.
Dungeon Master? Okay.
Well, I've done it a little bit, like with my friends.
Okay.
I also do back in Windsor every month at Craft Heads. I'll do like once a month. I'll do like a little one-off one for just anybody who wants to come in and play something.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
It's nice just because there's like. For nerds, there's not many chances to get out, right?
Yeah.
And you need all the ones you
You
can
need,
get.
you need whatever you can get.
Yeah.
A lot of those game nights are very popular. You can find a lot of like board game nights or chess nights at like coffee houses
Yeah. I mean, we don't
or
have.
at any place. Yes.
I mean, I'm in Canada, so
Yeah.
don't have the. We actually have a lot of strip clubs, but
Yeah,
that's,
I was gonna
that's
say,
not the thing.
Yeah, Windsor is like known for the strip clubs.
I only recently learned that Windsor
Yeah.
was like famous for strip clubs.
At least locally, because like when you turn 19 here, you go to Windsor to like go jerk off. At, like,
Well, yeah, I've heard that's kind of
Yeah.
the vibe, right?
Yeah.
There's also I heard a story about Windsor strip clubs,
okay.
and again, this is before my time,
Right.
and I can't corroborate any of these facts. But there was one, I think it was one strip club that used to have an event called midget tossing,
Nice.
where they bring a little person out. And again, I know not the appropriate word, but that's I'm just reporting from in
Yeah.
the past.
The Boiz
so.
isn't the podcast for appropriate.
Yeah.
words.
Okay, well, I was just I don't know, but it was just because I think they would take out like a little person on stage and then like to see how far you could throw them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And until you can probably see why that event went away.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
can't
where
imagine why.
that's what Craft Heads was before. It was the comedy club.
well, there was a couple things before Craft Heads. I don't know if it was ever a
Yeah, no,
strip club,
I
but
was
but you never know. Yeah.
That's
So
pretty cool. We should do that on the Boiz.
squat midgets or toss midgets.
Toss midgets.
Sorry, I was thinking of Lord Far Squat instead of Lord Farquaad. I do a
see it,
squatting
yeah.
contest.
Yeah,
of
that'd be pretty
midgets.
cool.
Yeah.
seen people squat.
So yeah, that's a little bit of a Windsor Strip
Windsor
Club
history.
lore for you there.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting. That's before Jordan Peterson got banned from Canada and everything became PC.
Yeah, when you know when you couldn't, you now can't say anything in Canada, I guess.
Really?
I don't know, just don't talk. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
better off, yeah.
Yeah.
How is it in Canada? Is things as bad as Jordan Peterson says it is?
I don't know. It's like it's different. I mean, I met Justin Trudeau. I asked him about it.
Really? What did he
Yeah.
say?
No, he came to my work.
Oh, really?
Did he actually? Is this a true story?
Yeah, this is actually true.
Oh shit! I thought you were fucking with me.
No, see, the thing is, I used to work at it was like a seniors community center.
Okay.
It would be fun if it came to the strip club,
Yeah.
but no, seniors community center. And I was just.
Someone's knocking on the door.
Yeah, I think so.
That was such a good story.
I will continue the story.
Seniors Community Center.
Yeah,
Justin
and-
Trudeau.
Yeah, so I was just taking down all the chairs from an exercise class, and my boss comes in, and she's like, "Hey, you're gonna want to keep those chairs out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have someone visiting." And I was like, "Who?" So like the mayor or something. And then she just looked at me confused, and she said, "The prime minister."
Yeah, who else?
He gave us 4 hours notice.
Are we already rolling?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Sorry, I'm late. Hello, everybody.
So how far? So are you like working in Toronto or near? Like how far out is like he traveling to get to your?
No, Windsor's pretty.
Oh, you're in
it's-
Windsor. Excuse
yeah,
me. I'm
still in
sorry.
Windsor, so
Okay.
pretty far. So.
Windsor coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You came in right in my Justin Trudeau story.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was coming down. Like we found out, he gives us like, his guys give us like a couple hours notice.
Right. It takes a while for Justin to do his blackface up.
But,
before
but
he's
we're
able
just trying to
It's
get
like I
all
gotta-
prepared for him.
so he can
right?
scare all the old people into
Yeah.
place.
But we're running around.
Or make them feel at home.
Yeah.
It depends, but right, we're running around trying to get everything ready for him, and like we're going into these different rooms because we need all these chairs.
Sure.
And we go into this one room where everybody's playing euchre, and my boss is like, "Oh, we're gonna need some of these chairs," and they're like, "Why?" And she goes, "You guys are gonna want to come. The prime minister's coming."
They're like ripping chairs out and people like breaking their hips.
So they're just like, the prime minister's coming, and one lady looks up and says, "Is he going to interrupt?" They just want to keep playing,
I go fuck.
and like, so it was interesting, like to see the whole like everything that goes into him coming over because
Right.
there's like all
Okay,
like our.
but did he interrupt?
Yeah.
He did because
Fucking
Did he make
dick.
them stop their game to like come listen to his crap?
well, the good thing is the game had ended by the time he got there, so they were willing to listen at that point. But yeah, he comes in, and like first all his like secret police guys come in and they are making sure everything's like secure, all this stuff, and they they asked us, they go, "Do you guys have a safe room?" And we're like, "No."
No, but we have a safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like we have to have him come in like, and so they're like, "What about this room?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's where we keep all the exercise equipment."
Perfect.
And it's like, and they're like, that'll work.
That'll be perfect.
And they're like, "If there's a problem, that's where we'll go." And I'm like, and I thought that was funny. Like I just had an image of like JT just crouching behind some yoga mats, just, it was
I like that you called Justin Trudeau JT.
Yeah.
well, I've met him. We're on a little
Yeah.
personal
Well,
basis.
no, here in
He's my
America,
buddy.
that's supposed to be Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I was
On this side of the Detroit River.
Isn't
Yeah.
he Canadian too?
probably.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
Most of you guys got two JTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing up there.
Wait, so you asked him about Jordan Peterson?
Well, see, the thing is, he comes in and we're all kind of just trying to get photos of him
Sure.
and stuff. Funny enough, if you go on my Instagram profile picture is a picture of me kind of photobombing behind Justin, which was really fun
Yeah.
to take. My boss took it. She didn't realize I was in the picture. That was really fun too. And really funny about that, he was visiting with one of our local members of parliament. And when I was putting the photo up online, I cropped the member of parliament out of the photo so that me and Justin would be in there better.
Homies.
Yeah, and so I was there. I met him, took a photo or two with him, and when you do the photo, you have you have the arm around the back, right?
Help yourself.
I didn't want to presume,
Presume away.
and
Touch
so
that anyway.
so got the hands around the back taking the pictures, and then I turned to say something to him, and after a couple seconds, I realized my hand is still around his back. Surprisingly toned back muscles, but that's a different thing.
Sure.
And I had a thought that I didn't realize I'd ever have this thought, which was I should unhand the prime minister,
Yeah.
which was a little bit of a realization.
No, I think you should.
The power in your hand.
You did. You should have kept it there as long as until he says, get your fucking hand off of me. I would just leave it there.
Just as a power move, eh?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you forget who runs this place.
This is
Justin.
also an interesting thing is afterwards he wants to take a group photo with all the staff from
As
the
proof.
place. Yeah, because he likes the photo ops, Justin.
sure.
My buddy Justin likes the photo ops.
Right.
JT likes the photo ops. And so we're lining everybody up, taller people in the back, shorter people in the front. I'm mostly working with women, so I'm taller, I'm going to the back. And
You're the alpha.
yeah, and he's trying to get in the front with everybody, but he's also wants to lean down with all the ladies. So he's
Stoop down to the peasant's
to the
level.
people.
well,
He's
and
man of the people.
yeah. See, the problem is when he's doing that, he's also kind of
His ass up.
he's backing his ass up into me.
Twerking.
So it's
He was trying to play you, dude.
Yeah, dude,
I was
fuck
like,
you.
dude, I know where his gay agenda's at, man.
He was disappointed that you took your hand off of him before.
That's probably what it was. But
Probably didn't reciprocate with a little something, a little pat on your bum.
Slap,
I mean, I was you got everybody watching me, right? It's
yeah, it would have been obvious.
you'd like to do that in a more do that in a more subtle encounter, right?
Maybe he looks back at that picture and he's like, "That was my moment with Eric."
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
that's
sure that's what he's been thinking this whole time.
Yeah,
It's I had my shot.
yeah.
Damn
He
it.
blew it.
Meet me in the safe room, Eric.
that's the problem. We can do a thing, right? You can flash the picture on screen
Yeah.
really quick. If we
Oh, do
do
you want me
that,
to put the picture up?
I'll do that
Yeah,
in
yeah,
post.
that'd
I don't
be
know.
Yeah, can you send me the picture?
I'll do it. Yeah,
All right,
yeah. That's my story about meeting my good buddy JT.
cool. Nice. That's awesome.
Thank you for sharing.
Wait, but did you guys talk about Jordan Peterson or no?
No, I asked him about walkable cities.
Oh, okay.
Man, he kind of gave a
AKA
call.
15-minute cities.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
same thing. Yeah. That's how they're
We got a
try to
fellow connoisseur over
run the world.
Yeah.
Eating bugs.
So it's that just the idea of everything being within a certain amount of walking distance
Yeah.
to you where you're living?
Yeah, so you basically your work, groceries, all that stuff. 15 minutes walking. It's supposed to be make for better.
Sounds like a utopia to me.
I'm a little.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like absolute bliss.
Yeah. For the elites.
Did you ask him about being Castro's son?
We didn't
How's
really get
Daddy
into
Fidel
family.
doing?
We didn't get into family lineage
right,
really.
right,
It's just.
Do people believe that in Canada that he's?
I feel like people like to kick it around just as a fun thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell anybody who actually.
It's about as plausible as the Michelle Obama theory, right?
Michael
Yeah.
Obama.
Excuse
Did
me.
you guys hear about that one?
Remind me.
That Michelle is actually Michael, and she's got a big black penis.
Big Mike. Just like Barack likes it.
Yeah. Right.
He's
I feel like I heard something about that, but I wanted you to rehash it for the
Yeah.
podcast. Just
For sure. Yeah.
Just to be clear, everybody knows what we're talking about.
Right. I think fans of the People Boys would know.
if you're listening to this, I'm
Right.
sure
If you're
you
listening, yeah, sure. This
it's at the
is-
forefront of your mind.
yeah.
it's kind of hard hitting journalism that goes on here.
You wake up every morning, you get on Facebook, that fucking transsexual and her gay husband run this country. Whatever. Don't know where that came from.
Yeah, is that your accent
That's
in the
my-
morning?
Yeah,
That's
that's an insane story because, that'd be like if Joe Biden came to visit the People Boys studio.
yeah, and his crackhead son.
Yeah, Hunter.
It was interesting. I will
Yeah.
say that.
Because we don't I don't think about Justin Trudeau at all. I can't speak for these
Yeah,
guys.
very rarely.
But
I think Hunter would actually be a much more entertaining guest than Joe.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I could see that.
Smoke a little crack.
Smuggle crack, shot child porn.
Sure, yeah. If that, whatever.
You're saying you're like this is a
All
key
publicity
guest
is
we
good
need him on.
publicity. Right.
I think they'd be an absolute ball, both of them together. If Joe had no reins on him and they let the man wear a MAGA hat and do what he
just say what
he
he-
will, Joe
Really
Biden
let his hair down a little bit.
he kicked ass at one point. It's
Yo.
really sad to see what his party did to him. Truly, it's really sad.
A conversation with us and Joe Biden would like be worse than Trump on the Nelk Boys. Like, I don't care about Joe Biden's opinions on anything.
Well, we wouldn't have to talk about. Well, we wouldn't have to. Yeah, we wouldn't give him like the run of the. Like, what do you think about immigration,
Yeah.
Joe? What do you? I mean,
I just ask him if Mike actually does have a big penis.
That's the first thing you should ask for sure. Yeah.
Get into those press.
I'm sure Joe has seen Mike's penis too.
I'm sure.
Wow.
like, where were you on 9/11, Joe? Yeah. Were you in the bunker with Dick or whatever? I don't know.
Were they in a bunker? I don't think they need to be in a bunker.
They were in the emergency room or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Situation.
Dick
room.
Cheney, I guess,
Oh,
was
they-
like technically in charge, and George Bush was nowhere near any. He was in a safe house, like nowhere near D.C.
George Bush, wasn't he reading the children's book?
Yeah, exactly. He was like in Ohio or something reading a book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the person whispered in his ear. Right? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really good for those. Where were you on that stuff? Because I'm like, I don't know, in preschool.
I was in 7th grade,
Okay, so
and I was actually sick that day. I didn't go to school.
You
I
saw
was-
it coming.
I
They
was
told
just-
you.
I was like, I'm not going in, Mom. I was,
So what you're saying is you don't have an alibi.
you gotta.
I think I have the best alibi. I was laying in bed, and then my mom woke me up. I was asleep,
Yeah.
and she was like, "There was a big terrorist attack here in America." And I was like, "That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Leave me alone." I was like, "That's obviously not true." 'Cause especially at the time, there was all kinds of obviously a bunch of stuff going on in Israel, all the suicide bombers and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, "That's supposed to happen over there. That doesn't
Right.
happen." I like didn't believe her, and then I went back
You
to
guys did
sleep.
it wrong.
Yeah, I was like, "Sure, got the right country."
Yeah.
No. Turns out it was.
Yeah.
If you believe it was really terrorism.
And we've already hit on a lot of hard-hitting topics on this show.
Yeah.
So, man, we're
Are we
just
gonna
getting
get
started.
into it? Yeah. There's a lot of things
We're not in
that
it yet.
happened on that day. Yeah.
What else happened on that day?
A lot of cell phone calls allegedly were made from 35,000 feet up, and that's impossible, according to like a Japanese production company that came over to like Canada and did tests. And the highest, like,
Canada?
yeah, the highest,
There's your connection.
yeah, yeah, but the highest was like 8,000 feet from the leading carrier
Yeah,
at
phones
the time.
don't work.
Yeah,
in the
so it's
sky.
completely
I've
false.
tried.
And why do they?
Yeah,
why do
that's-
they ask you to turn them off then?
Yeah. Dude, exercise control.
Yeah, it just was a power trip, I think.
Maybe at one point
Like
it
you
could have
with-
affected.
with JT when you were power tripping on him.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. Did you guys force JT to turn his phone off when he walked into the elder care home?
That would have been really good.
Yeah.
It'd be better if we like made him take his shoes off. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. What's the deal with prime minister? How long is a prime minister president for?
it's kind of like as long as we can stand them.
Really?
There's no
Because
term limits.
because it's kind of assumed it's going to be like 4 or 5 years, and then they'll run an election. But like theoretically, they can keep going for a little while if people like them. So it's not
yeah.
like a set limit.
Wait,
He's been
that's
around
the
for
most
a
Canadian
long
shit.
time.
It's just
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
he
like
did win another election in there. So
and he's so handsome.
I mean,
not my type.
So was Castro.
why do you think I was holding this back?
I mean, you don't have to convince me. On
Hold
that,
up.
but I believe that one.
So Canada doesn't have like regular elections.
Well, yeah, it's like it's kind of like we mostly know when they're coming, but like like every 4 or 5 years.
It's just like flexible.
like it's coming
Yeah,
down
it's
the
a little
pipe.
flexible though. Yeah. It is odd, like because when I like obviously I see the election stuff over here, and you guys like I think you.
It's all we care about.
Yeah, I think you start campaigning for the next election right after the last one ends.
It's a season.
Right,
It's
it's
people
a
have been voting
constant-
for months at this point.
Yeah, no. Canada elections are like 90 days. Like
Yeah. Ours are
the whole cycle.
yeah, like it's like we're doing an election, voting in a couple months. Let's do it that.
Yeah, our election cycle never really stops.
Yeah.
It's all just
Yeah, because then
Preparation.
you keep voting. Like every year you vote multiple times, and then you don't really know what's going on. I keep voting. I'm just like, well, fucking whatever. Just
Setting
even
my money
vote.
to
Wait, what do you
Israel.
mean you keep voting?
Like every year, I have to like vote like 2 or 3 times.
It's like no
Like-
gay marriage. I keep voting no, but they keep it.
What do you have, like,
Stay-
referendum?
They're talking
Or
about
what?
bills, or I'm very confused.
I don't even know.
You don't know what
I
you're
don't, think,
voting
I don't
for?
think it's supposed to be multiple
You're just-
times a year, but
No, I'll see people with like signs on their lawn, like vote no.
Oh, on
Like,
like different
people really
propositions.
have
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
but I think that's every 2 years, unless maybe bills and.
But there's
propositions
stuff
happen
at like the
often.
local level, there's state level,
State
there's
level.
3
Right, but even
different
lo-
levels that you can be voting on at any time. There's laws, there's like people you're
And then
voting
there's
for.
there's the halfway president election, which doesn't really do anything. You're just voting if you still like the guy.
Well,
You
everybody's
can do
opinion
that.
is dictated by statistics. Everybody is so into statistics and polling, and it's dictating the way that people even just perceive things, and it can be completely like weighed in one direction just because they change one like variable. It's very, I don't know. It's just so easy to manipulate, and
Yeah.
like I myself, I mean,
completely manipulate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like hearing anything about it because it's just.
I like the municipal elections. You guys have any good like city councilors around here? Like,
They're all women.
Not that
running
I
for it.
know
It's
of.
all like
They're
women
just
and like
women
black
POCs,
women, Latina.
like,
It's
yeah.
really nauseating.
Well, I will say there's one guy who was a lot of fun back in Windsor. He always ran for mayor. He never won,
But he just keeps on running.
but he keeps going.
He's like Forrest Gump. He just
He's
Got like a wild name.
he goes by Ernie the Bacon Man.
Oh shit!
he has my vote already.
I think he's a butcher, maybe.
of people.
It's like the episode of Hey Arnold.
Unfortunately, he was unable to legally change his name to the Bacon Man. Yeah,
What?
the system got him there.
Fuck the system.
People
dude.
can change
But
their.
yeah, he had some interesting views on policy.
What was his policy?
Because you may have heard there's a little bit of a Canada Goose problem in Windsor.
Making too many jackets.
Well, you know,
Everyone's
and
too silly.
yeah, and there was a whole thing where he wanted to make it legal to hunt all the geese
Nice.
and then feed them to the homeless people. 2 birds with 1 stone there.
This guy's a fucking genius.
Yeah, I mean that's.
How
also-
has he not won?
He also wanted to build a replica of an airplane downtown.
He could have just given them all bacon.
Fine.
Now, are
I'll
geese
take
a
that with
staple
the-
food that you will eat in Canada, or is this like completely absurd to feed geese to homeless
It's like a
people?
protected animal.
Okay, so no.
So it's actually illegal.
We got
to
some
hunt.
Okay.
down here. You could eat.
Okay.
Wait, are they? They're not like a pestilence.
Well, I mean, it depends who you ask. But
It's
What do
it's an
you
opinion.
think? Should you feed geese to homeless people?
I don't think that's the answer, personally.
What is the answer?
Yeah.
We gotta solve the Canada homeless problem.
Well, I have one for the geese problem. I don't have one for
Okay.
the homeless problem. But
There is a geese.
Kill the
problem.
homeless people.
We feed the homeless to the geese.
no, see, the thing
Ah,
is,
there you go.
with the geese, if you let the grass grow a bit longer, then they'll just fly somewhere else, probably to you guys. So
Is that the only reason they stick around is because you cut the grass and they like.
yeah,
'cause they eat grass.
Well, if it's short enough, they won't think there's snakes in it. If it's too long, they'll think there's snakes.
They'll go away from it.
So I feel like if you stop cutting it, I'm like maybe they'll just come to Detroit, and then we won't have to worry about them. You know?
But they don't really.
And
cut their
then
grass
we'll feed
here
them to the
either.
homeless.
Yeah, no, yeah, because we got no problem.
The
With
geese will eat.
I mean, you know, that's your solution, guys. I can't say it for you.
it. Yeah. Yeah. So this is my official nomination for the seat of president of the United States of America. I'm gonna feed geese to the homeless people.
Is this why you got the jacket on?
That's why I put the jacket on.
Ah, there you go.
Okay.
There better be a lot of geese in California.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe.
they start busing geese to California.
Yeah. To Martha's Vineyard.
They start competing. They start like taking
geese
people's jobs.
Yeah.
And then South Park does an episode about it.
Yeah. That would be the
Geese,
plot
man.
to a South Park episode. Geese taking people's jobs and then eating homeless people or something.
Yeah. It'd be a reference to the last time.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question. This is a good question. This is a hard-hitting question. How did you feel about watching Mr. Garrison fuck the president of Canada to death on South Park?
You know, I don't actually watch South Park.
Oh, you don't?
so,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Did you know that was
Is
a
it
thing that
because they
happened?
shit on Canadians
Sorry to
all
throw
the
a
time?
wrench into your story there, but
There is an episode where the teacher, Mr. Garrison, sometimes Mrs. Garrison when he's trained, he goes up to Canada and fucks the president of Canada to death. because there's too many Canadian immigrants coming into South Park.
Are you like a historian of this show? Or
Yeah.
like-
I never saw that episode.
Really? Have you seen that?
I have a vague recollection of what you're
He's got them all
talking about.
cataloged.
Yeah, dude. Season 19, episode 2.
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
impressive.
I love
I'm gonna
South
look
Park.
that up
South
right now.
Park, South Park's amazing.
Is that real?
That is real.
Of course.
Oh shit!
Of course it's real.
I thought you were just making that up.
No,
All right.
episode Where My Country Gone.
Inventive solutions.
Are
I
Trey
guess. I don't know.
Park? They're Canadians, right?
Matt Stone, Trey Parker? I don't think so.
Are they?
I
not?
don't.
They're from Colorado. Where are they from then? Maybe I
They're
should.
from
Maybe I should.
Colorado.
Okay, that sounds.
Are
right.
they? I mean, the show's in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that's not where they're from. They're not Canadian. They shit on Canada
I think
way too
everybody
hard
is.
to be Canadian.
Well, that's the best part.
But then they must
that would
be
make
pretty-
it even
They
better.
must be pretty close then, right? Because I don't know. Like,
Having an intimate relationship with something allows you to be able to shit on it the best. You gotta love something to be able to hate it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
Korean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I guess
black
so.
people.
Yeah.
All right. Easy, cowboy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just trying to monetize this shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Dude.
Come
Gotta
on.
make some money.
I think we were demonetized 20 minutes ago.
That's fine.
Whatever.
So what's new with you, Matt?
What is new with me? Went to Fort Lauderdale over the weekend.
Nice.
So that was cool, I guess.
See any
How's your
geese?
flight?
There's no geese down there. How's my flight? My cell phone didn't work. So,
Really?
you know, that kind of is a plausible theory, you know.
Yeah.
Which I've thought about before. I was because there's stories of like, oh, somehow they communicated with them.
It's complete
But, like,
bullshit.
there's no-
Unfortunately,
Yeah, especially how shitty phones were 20 years ago, more than 20 years at this point.
Right.
the people that made the calls were definitely put in incredibly hard situations under duress, but I mean, they were grounded and the planes were replaced with drones.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the planes that ultimately flew into the Twin Towers were remotely flown via drone. That's how they were able to maneuver their way in. There's no way you could have maneuvered a Boeing with passengers on it the way that it did.
I've never heard of that.
Where are your peer-reviewed
Theory.
sources on this?
I watched a 4-hour documentary on
watched
it
it, yeah,
around the
watched
holiday.
I see.
Yeah.
There were
Well,
no
holiday-
passengers on those planes?
That flew into yeah, apparently.
Wait. So
Those planes were grounded, and then those people made calls from undisclosed locations.
and what happened to them? Were they released into the population?
Maybe they were killed. Maybe they were given into
Well,
trafficking.
they must have been killed.
Yeah,
yeah,
why-
right. They can't just
Why
let
can't give them
they have
back.
Just killed
Right.
them with the.
They probably sold them. They probably harvested their organs. I mean, that's not like organs go out of style. You
I
can
know,
harvest
but-
people's organs.
Whoa.
Why wouldn't
Classic
they
organ
just kill
selling.
them with the building? Why would they kill them?
Because you wouldn't be able to do the actual thing with the people on it. I mean, whoever was orchestrating it did the math, and he's like, well, you just can't have people on it.
Yeah, that part doesn't make sense to me.
Like-
I mean, I'm not, you know,
Unnecessary
this is the-
casualties. Maybe the U.S. government's like, maybe we don't need to
Yeah, but
kill
if they
these.
killed them anyway.
Yeah, but they killed them afterwards, anyways. And harvested their
Well,
organs.
you can profit. You profit. You can't. You don't make any profit if you just run them into the building. You can make millions of dollars
Well,
off
they
a live person.
profited a lot, and
Yeah.
the profit off of what a live person's organs.
They probably
compared to
sold them.
wars
You could
and all the
sell
other
somebody a whole
bullshit.
person. They sold a whole. I'm sorry, I cut off what you were.
I think okay, if they were going to pull that off,
Mm-hmm.
then the only reason is the logistics of flying the planes into the buildings, right? Not because they're like,
Why
"Ooh,
would
we could harvest a couple.
fly into the buildings with?
Yeah, that part doesn't make sense to me.
Because of the weight and I guess the physics of, I mean, the banking that it had to do. Because it's flying at a very low altitude near these buildings in a very tight situation, and then just having a lighter weight. And it might have even been like a slightly smaller plane than what was actually up there. It's difficult as it is to actually believe a terrorist was able to pull a terrorist with like no flight experience, a terrorist whose instructors were spoken to, and they're like, this person. It's amazing that we're actually.
I mean,
like,
that part
asking-
I can see.
what
That the terrorists.
having absolute will of power to drive it into.
No,
an
no.
American
I'm
building.
saying like that makes sense that the terrorists wouldn't like
Yeah.
know how to do that shit, and that like that's
Somebody
why.
somebody in Arizona, a little Asian kid in Arizona is on a laptop and saying,
Playing
"Get the fucking-"
Xbox.
yeah, he's like pausing League of Legends to fly an airplane into the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Can't pause that game.
So he went to Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yes,
That's how this started.
We'll just keep
flew some
diving back into
airplanes into buildings down
back
there. It was
into
very
it.
entertaining. Yeah, I don't know, it was a good time. Just hanging out with friends down there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You go to a casino, go to clubs, just a bar.
Just some bar hopping.
Nice.
I heard there's a pretty good comedy scene in Fort Lauderdale.
I didn't really look into the comedy scene down there.
Isn't that where Bob Saget died? No, he was in Orlando, I think.
I don't know where Bob Saget died.
Okay.
So
In a shower.
that doesn't.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy about Bob Saget.
Doesn't narrow it down.
Being
too
knocked
much.
off.
He knew too much.
He knew too
Was
much.
he on one of the planes?
Seems like a lot of people
And we're
seem
back
to know
in.
a lot of stuff. And they just end up
We're back
heart
in.
attacks.
This is what happens when the people is. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I just know that there was like blunt force trauma involved in Bob Saget's death.
Apparently, he slipped and hit his head on one of the nice showers because he's obviously staying in a very nice shower. And it's probably like
Sure.
stone and
Yeah.
He's not staying at a Holiday
took a
Inn.
bad slip.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. Staying at Hilton.
Fuck, what was the
Idea.
name of that show that he was on?
Full House.
Full House. I kept thinking Family Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I've been trying to get Mike Young to come on the podcast, and he used to open for Bob Saget. So I wanted to ask. I think they were on tour together actually when Bob Saget died.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask him from the
Doing big
source.
things.
I'm going to ask, hey, your friend who you opened for.
From the horse's mouth, as
Yeah.
it were.
Right.
That's a hell of a claim to fame. I opened for a guy who died
Yeah, who was
recently.
killed by the CIA. That sounds. That's great.
Why would they want Bob Saget? They're like, these are not America's funniest home videos.
Bob
Let me
Saget
show you
would
some
never
shit.
say
It was going to happen. The joke was there.
I got some funnier shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy how YouTube destroyed that show. You can't really do that anymore. No, all the funny videos are online.
YouTube destroyed a lot of things.
It
Google
did.
destroyed a lot of things.
I still enjoy AFE.
Yeah, a good rerun.
Who's running that now? Isn't it like Carlton from the Fresh Prince?
Is that
of
still-
Bel-Air?
it's
Alfonso.
thing?
Alphonse? Yeah.
Alfonso Ribeiro, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn, you know his full
That's-
fucking name.
That's my hot take.
You
is
know
that
how
I-
Bob Saget died. What are you talking about?
Sure.
You know the details of
That's my hot take is that I still enjoy AFE.
Hey, I didn't know it still
Yeah.
existed.
Really?
Still on Sundays. Yeah.
They got to play something in the airport and dentist's office.
They're not reruns.
Is-
They're like new episodes.
Well, yeah, they'll have a new episode, new season coming out in a couple
Is
weeks.
there like in a couple weeks? Holy shit!
I don't know. It's always around this time.
Yeah. Do they show like TikTok trends or like something?
They haven't quite done that. It's mostly what you'd see on YouTube, basically.
But it's probably still people like submitting and probably trying to capture stuff to specifically send into AFV so
Well-
that Alfonso Ribeiro can riff on it.
You know they did,
I-
like, because they were. I know they were trying to like combat YouTube. So, yeah, I have no clue. Like, how? Well, this was their plan, I guess. Is they're like, hey, if you send us a video and it airs on the show, we'll send you an AFV T-shirt. It's like YouTube can't give you that.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can't provide you a full life if you provide us with content like YouTube, but
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Ridiculousness?
Yeah,
It didn't actually.
same idea.
It's basically just like
It's
middle-aged white
AFV, but it's
but
like a
Monster
skater
Energy.
dude.
It's AFV, but Monster
Hosting.
Energy and
Monster-
meth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, yeah, BMX as well.
with Rob Deerdick.
He's a legend though.
That's his real name?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like they could have made some jokes about that.
Yeah, probably. You probably should have, but
A couple are coming to mind.
9/11 now.
Just trying
This
to
is
bring
the
it back to
9/11
that.
podcast. This is what every episode.
I
This
seem
is
to
real-
carry
this
this aura with me
Yeah.
now. This is kind of what
well, I think we bring
it.
it out of each other, you know, because one of us is going to bring
Yeah,
it up at
separate,
some
yes.
point.
Yeah, this is great for my first podcast experience,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
Did what do you think 9/11 was real or an inside
Are all
job?
podcasts like this?
Pretty good
These ones are
the
good
that,
ones.
the ones that make it.
the ones worth
okay,
listening
gotcha.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what podcast
Well,
do
you
you
got-
listen to?
Do you know Honeydew with Ryan Sickler?
I've heard of Ryan Sickler. I've never watched his.
It's cool. It's just like a talk, kind of like a stories show,
Okay.
delving into pretty much just bad stuff that happens to people.
Okay.
Shout out to Ryan Sickler because that is a good
Hey,
podcast.
9/11's a bad thing that happened to someone. So
I mean, fair. You're on the same track, is what you're saying.
Exactly. We're coming for
You didn't answer the question, by the way. Did you think 9/11 was an inside job?
Do you think it was
before you came
orchestrated
to
by
this-
our government?
I'm Canadian. I don't know these things.
You
So you
can
just had
have
no
an opinion on that.
no opinion on it. You have no reason to
guess,
question it. I'm not
I'll
trying to.
send, Eric, I'll send you that documentary. You can form your own opinion after.
We're not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just, is that something you've been exposed to at all?
No, it hasn't really come up.
See, what's incredible about the documentary, it's not even Americans that like produced it. It's like an Italian guy. It's like not half of it's like with accents. Everybody talking is like, or literally it's like Italian people.
Well, I guess a lot of people are
down.
invested in it, right?
Because
They're doing the tower. They're
no-
knocking it down.
Hey, I mean, Italians know a lot about towers falling over.
Yeah,
Control the
leaning.
demolition.
there's
Well, no, it's not falling
way.
over. It's just
Yeah,
It's leaning.
it's not there. Yeah. Let's see. I'll give you this one. I'll see if you can bring it back. Because I want to see how you bring this one to 9/11.
Okay.
I was at the Michigan Renaissance Fair this weekend.
Nice.
Hey, you want us to bring that back to 9/11 sometime?
I don't want you to. I
We're
just want to know
gonna
how you're
talk
going to do
about
it.
You went to the Michigan Renaissance, but what did you do there?
Did you dress up or did you just kind of go normal?
I really should have, man, because everyone else was dressed up.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You got to dress
Put
up.
some jewels in your pocket.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
You seem like a guy that might have a staff or some sort of wizard type.
Oh, I definitely do.
You got wizard shit. Okay.
I didn't have a complete costume though. you
Okay.
know, and I
Next
wanted to
year.
I wanted to do like a full cosplay. So
Was there?
You don't want to half-ass it.
No,
You're not
you-
one to half-ass.
I'm
a
not just like
cosplay.
gonna put a cape on or something. It's not. It's got to be better than that, man. This is the big leagues. Yeah, you're right.
It is the
Ren-
big leagues.
the Michigan
Nobody.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
How are the bitches?
Bad as hell, probably.
The wenches.
The witches.
Oh, the wenches.
Wenches.
Yeah.
Right.
It was. You know what? It was a lot of nice looking people there.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of good cosplays I saw.
A lot of skin. A lot of skin. No.
They have good skin.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot
I
of
mean, well,
skin
you can't
to
have a
them.
lot of skin if you're going for like a really good detailed costume, right?
There's a lot of robes and
Yeah,
maybe,
so you-
maybe cleavage.
Yeah,
maybe that
cleavage
is that the word?
probably.
Right, yeah, there you
I mean,
go.
yeah, I mean,
Some good cleavage.
it depends on the costume. but-
You say Renaissance Festival. I just imagine like a
big
chick, an
tits.
Irish chick with this like beers and her fucking tits are like
big
squeezed
tits.
up.
It was funny.
That's a
'cause
German thing, not an Irish thing. Is my
it was funny.
understanding.
They all underwent the medieval period. We're talking about an era that like encompassed all of Europe. If we're gonna do
Yeah,
this,
see, a lot of my friends don't come over here as much as I do, and they were like, they were questioning. They're like, "Is it going to be at like the Renaissance Center?" And I was like,
No, but it should be.
And I'm like, you know what? That would actually make sense.
it's like no, it's in Ortonville actually.
I heard there's talks they might take the Renaissance Center down.
well, yeah.
How do you think they're going to do that?
Oh.
Controlled demolition. There you go. You asked us to bring it back.
He got his
There it
That was on
is.
you, honestly.
He just alley-ooped the layup. I'm like, there you go. All right.
And I'm glad to see we can bring it back.
All right, let's give us
Pretty
another
good
one.
at
What do you
this.
Yeah.
All right, Swiss cheese. Let's tie it back to 9/11. That was good.
You're like, we've been doing this a long time.
You know who you're messing with.
Yes.
Are you in a relationship, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a yeah or no?
That was
That was a yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Has it been a while then?
It's been a little bit.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good. Do you guys love each other?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Statistic. What are the odds? If you said
I mean-
it's at least 51%.
You got to understand. I play D&D. I'm used to rolling the dice on these things.
There you go.
Okay, so
Did she or they? She?
She.
She
Give you that
is
much.
she normal or is she weird?
Did she join you at the Renaissance fair?
I don't know. She was busy that weekend.
Oh,
but, just went with a couple.
Renaissance without the lady, huh?
That was fine. That was nice to just walk around, you know. Had a turkey leg. That was
Pretty cool.
As you do.
yeah. I mean, I
Which is-
really-
when in Rome?
I find that ironic because turkeys are native to America and Renaissance is supposed to be like medieval Europe.
you know, we were hoping for like a mutton leg, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that historically accurate, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
That clearly.
The joust was pretty cool.
You want to die?
I mean, it's not like the old days.
Yeah, sure. They're pussies nowadays.
Yeah, but it was fun. The thing is, it was kind of like watching a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Because you had like a good guy and a bad guy kind of thing, and it was just a lot of fun to see him like hyping up the crowd and stuff. And,
Nice. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
How long until we're gonna be able to pay tickets locally to see people fight to the death and it be like accepted? Like in the armor and the
You want to bring it back for like a Roman Empire thing?
yeah,
Okay.
like in the winter, like gladiator.
That's
type
nothing.
We're getting close, right?
I don't think so. I mean,
you
there would
gotta
need to
follow
be
a
a
bit further,
complete
but-
collapse of society.
Do you want like a Thunderdome situation?
I bet it
I
sounds
want
like
to
it.
like have to climb the ranks as a gladiator because my family's been slain, and it's the only way
Jacob.
for me to.
Jake.
My
I
height.
think your
he's-
best chance is the closest
You
thing is
would
just
not make it as a
UFC.
gladiator.
Like that's what UFC is.
He's thought about this.
You
too
would
much,
also
though.
die in your first fight. Let's be real.
I'm the
You're
guy
not
that's
rising.
pissing his pants,
Right,
and they're panning the camera,
exactly.
and I've pissed
And
my
Russell
pants.
Crowe's like, get
and then I
this
walk
fucking
out, and I
bitch away
take the
from it.
fucking mace to my.
I don't think you can fight two of the three people in this room.
Yeah, remember the guy in 300 who like betrayed them?
The guy
Oh,
with
the
that's
short
guy-
guy?
That's exactly. That's kind of my
that
whole
you?
posture.
Okay.
Fuck.
That's his vibe, yeah.
Fucking shit.
It's all right. Just take a couple deep breaths.
That's all right.
Regroup.
Going through a lot right now. I'm going through like a metamorphosis. I said.
I'm sorry. That was
I said before you turn on the camera, I was really melancholy. I was coming in here with some weird energy, and it was really.
Weird
You-
West
you in a
neighborhood
cocoon?
movies. Oh shit! I forgot it's October. We're supposed to do Lynchtober.
I'll throw one on tonight. What should I watch tonight?
I don't care. I don't know.
Mulholland. I'll watch Mulholland.
Wenchtober, that's a thing.
Lynchtober.
Lynchtober.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of tober.
Although I don't
Yeah,
know if I
that-
should watch Mulholland because there's a lot there's like pornographic imagery, and on the last thing I recorded I said I wasn't gonna watch pornography until
no
my
fap?
last. I'm on a no fap rock right now, probably just for the whole month.
All right.
And
I thought that was
it
like a
seemed-
November thing.
Maybe I'll just keep it going for 2 months. I feel like the only way that I'm actually like able to actually commit to it is saying it on camera. Now it's twice now that I've said it. So now if I really cuck out of it,
Yeah.
I'll look like a real
gonna-
lying piece of shit weirdo.
Yeah, but then how are we going to verify it?
Yeah, I would be honest about it, and I don't want to do that.
you?
So maybe I'll have some fortitude now.
Okay.
How long-
Finally.
A day.
When was
Not
the
even
other
20
podcast?
What
Less than
resilience.
24 hours
Going
ago.
strong, you know.
Christ.
Keeping with it.
I need sleep
Yeah, you should.
need rest.
Yeah, get some sleep. It's important.
tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Matt, are you doing no fap?
Am I doing no fap?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Eric, I won't ask you because that feels inappropriate for the first podcast question.
I don't think that whole thing's reached up north yet. Anyway, so.
Probably
Like
not.
Canada just fapping away. They're just-
They got rid of Peterson. Peterson would be all for no fap.
Yeah, he's big on no fap.
Keep your
I don't know, guys.
not jack
I can
off
ask
so
JT
much.
about it, but
Yeah.
You should. Yeah. I don't think he does. a lot of
Justin
fap.
Timberlake paints up like in blackface before he masturbates. I don't even want to fucking.
Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
I was wondering.
Faps in blackface.
I mean, he's not doing great. Didn't he just get arrested for DUI a few
Justin
months ago?
Timberlake.
Fine now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he's killing it.
Who
Yeah,
hasn't been
he's
arrested
fine.
for DUI?
Me.
I know I have.
Me.
Hey, 1 in 4 men. You know what they say.
Right.
Say 1 in 4 men.
Yeah.
I thought that was ED.
Dude, that's crazy. That celebrity
What?
gets pulled over for a deal. Can't get a fucking driver. Got all that money. Can't order
that's
goddamn Uber.
Fucking idiot.
Well, let's face it. Driving while you're a little drunk is kind of fun. Listening to music while you're a little tipsy, driving home from the bar after you kind of killed on your set
Sure.
is kind of fun.
I guess so.
You know, they told me things were different down here in the States.
Not so different. A little different.
I don't know. Eric, what's the?
I love incriminating myself
Yeah.
and then saying nothing afterwards to clean it up.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
We enjoy
I wonder
it
if this
too.
will ever come back to bite me.
We gonna find out.
Keep this podcast on file.
Oh yeah. This podcast is a lot of incriminating.
Probably-
You
yeah.
said the N word so many times in this podcast.
I'm probably
So
going to
many
get into
times.
trouble at some
Yeah.
point. I mean, God, I'm uncancelable. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's true.
I've
Yeah,
canceled
you're just
myself.
bulletproof.
Yeah.
You're like Trump. Every time something
I mean, I've
shitty
heard-
goes down, it just makes you stronger.
You know, I've already went through my gestation period of like not saying stuff or like being worried about it. And it's like, really, it's like if I'm doing this now, it's really. I'll clean it up somewhat, but I mean, I was happy with how the last episode turned out. I'll be perfectly frank. I thought it was awesome.
All right.
That's good.
I mean, I feel like I'm uncancelable too, but I just don't have anything to cancel. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, that's the other
Well,
problem.
the D&D podcast.
You just need to be more like
yeah.
staunch in your like whiteness in defense of like white people.
I wouldn't put it that way.
That's how I put it.
And then get a Daily Wire sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dream.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling people this podcast is going to end up on the Daily Wire one day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
nice
I feel
slot
like we've
to-
talked too much shit about Jews in Israel. That's-
I thought
that's
this podcast
It's a hard
was gonna
line
end up
that Ben
in a-
Shapiro
in a
won't
court
cross.
case
Yeah, probably that.
as court evidence.
Yeah. Not evidence
Yeah,
of
that,
9/11.
that's certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
You brought it back.
Yeah. That's good.
There you go. Second time. See, that's how we turn Swiss cheese into 9/11 right in front of your eyes.
Talk about holes, am I right?
Yeah.
There's a hole in the building.
Yeah, a lot of holes in that story.
Yeah.
You know, I follow you.
Yeah. Eric, what are some of the conspiracies that they talk about in Canada?
I mean, you already hit on the Justin Trudeau one. That's like that's like one of the main ones.
The Fidel Castro one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you're not here for that one.
I'm aware of it.
Do you have
I'm aware of the story.
Do you have thoughts on that?
Accusation.
The factual.
Not really.
evidence.
I don't know.
What is the evidence?
Doing
Is
it.
it
Facial structure, just like
just looks
general.
But a lot of people look.
It's mostly just like he just kind of looks like him. I think that's what people are saying. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and wasn't his dad like a communist or something?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah.
He was fairly unpopular in some areas, popular in others. It's weird. But,
Kind of weird how that works. Some people
Some people have
get
popularity
liked,
in different
you hate
areas.
people and you like people. That should have been more eloquent.
Yeah, me too.
I just kind of
You could say that about this podcast a lot of times.
Yeah. Some people.
Tagline.
Wow.
Just, that should have been more eloquent.
Yeah, that should have been right, exactly.
Some people like it a lot. Some people don't like it at all.
Haters gonna
I don't
hate.
like this episode.
Yeah, this has been a good one.
Yeah, this has been a good one. This is a lot better than the one with Ken Wood. So.
You didn't like
Shade,
that one?
okay.
Yeah, I like that one a
Yeah,
lot. But
fuck you, Ken
That one
Wood.
went just way down conspiracy rabbit hole.
I'll need to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to subscribe to the page and
Yeah,
take
you
give
gotta
that
do it.
one.
At least you've got me as just like the buoy in the storm, so it doesn't drag down
Right.
too much.
Right, keeping us afloat now.
Yes. Keeping us monetized.
Right.
I doubt that, but
Well, we're not monetized yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Very
A couple
close
more
to monetized.
views.
A couple more views.
Yeah, you better watch us on YouTube afterwards.
Yes. And you better send
I'll throw a
to
like
your
up
girlfriend and send
Yeah, there you go.
in Canada.
And you should comment every little thing you notice that you do in the comments. That's
Yeah.
I always get a good kick out of doing that to myself
Yeah.
man, I think
before anybody else does it.
I think that would make me really sad if I did that.
If you listened to this whole podcast and commented on everything you did,
Yeah, I barely listen to my sets, dude. Like,
really?
yeah.
What I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that
I
one.
don't know. I think if I listen to it, I just realize how many times I say or like, and that would annoy me. But
Yeah,
Do you
it's part
think
of the
that you do
process.
your sets differently when you're recording versus not recording?
I
That's what I find. I don't like. I act differently if
Really?
if I know I'm recording myself. It's slightly different.
Even just audio? Really?
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't say so just because I tend to always record my sets, even if
Yeah, I
it's
was
just
gonna say,
audio.
I think I record every.
Yeah, I record every
I
time.
don't listen to every set, but I do record every
I
set.
have a lot.
All right.
that
Well,
I-
I guess I'm just a fucking freak. Thanks, guys.
Or just record all of them, and then that's just how you do comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It helps a lot.
Eric, how often do you guys come to Detroit? For
How often do you come?
How often do you come first?
Or second.
Let's go with the Detroit one.
No, I want you to answer the other one first.
How often?
This is a free country. I
How
can say
often
what
do
I
you?
want.
How often do you come in Detroit? That's,
That's what I was gonna say.
I think some of the comics we're usually over like once or twice a week usually.
okay.
Just because we have like the rooms we have in Windsor are really good. It's just we've only got a couple, right? So it's just they just got more things to do over here.
Yeah.
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 Have you guys done any shows over there?
No, but I've heard they're
been.
fun.
Yeah, you really should come to the Craft Heads one, the Windsor Comedy Club. That's
Okay.
a Tuesday night show. It's like a show up, go up kind of thing. I'm probably going there after this, honestly.
Oh, really?
What time does it start?
Usually like 8:30 ish.
Okay.
But it's nice. I know it's a little getting over the border, but
Christ,
usually,
I don't have my
but I mean, usually pretty, like pretty full house. Always really fun too.
Yeah.
So.
I went to the funniest comedians in Windsor.
Oh yeah, that was a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, I bombed. They didn't get any. I only did WNBA jokes, and I didn't realize that they probably wouldn't get any of them.
It was
That all the WNBA
Wasn't the
fans live in
audience,
Canada.
It wasn't a big WNBA audience.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the WNBA in Canada?
I mean, I don't know if we have any teams in the WNBA, but I mean, there's probably some people who watch.
Do you know who Caitlin Clark is?
Yeah, I mean, we get her on the news too as well because she's the big story right in women's
Yeah.
basketball.
Do you know who Brittany Griner is?
Oh yeah, I've heard that one too. You don't realize we get a lot of American news. I'm in Canada.
Do you know,
American news is world news.
do you know who Kamala is?
That one's a little tough.
It's Jacob's mom.
Is it Kamala or Kamala?
Yeah, people get mad at me for saying Kamala. Someone commented on the TikTok that I pronounced it wrong, but I don't know.
I've always heard it Kamala.
Probably is.
It just probably depends who's saying it, you know.
Right.
I can't say for proper pronunciation.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we fill the dead
Yeah, I
air?
don't know. Dude, I just want to talk about 9/11.
Let's have
Everyone's just thinking about it. Just
Say something.
how do we bring it back? Yeah.
Yeah. So
what else you guys want to know about? I'll be your little encyclopedia. We can just do 9/11 again. People love that.
How many documentaries have you watched?
9/11 was an inside joke.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, that should be it. Eric, here's another question. Those shows that they were promoting, like the comic book show and the dirty show and all those, have they booked those or no?
I think they may have booked a few of them. I know because I'm doing the like the nerd theme one.
Okay.
That's I think that's October 11th. That's going to be that should be a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
Have you submitted for some of those?
I submitted for the dirty one. Is it dirty or is it dark or what?
I think that's the dark show.
The dark show? Yeah, I think I submitted for that one. But then someone told me that they haven't announced it yet. So
Yeah, so I don't know about that one. I think just maybe the nerd one is what they've gone with so far. But
that's cool. Are you excited for that one?
yeah, it should be good. Surprisingly, I don't actually have that much nerdy material other than myself is the material. But
Are you gonna
good
wear
time to work out your cosplay.
Yeah.
yeah, it would be.
Yeah, you should do like an entire set as like a mage, like a wizard.
Open a scroll
Yeah.
up.
That would be fun.
interesting.
Some recitations.
The only thing is, I want it to be, relatable to the general populace. So I don't know how many people have experience with wizards, but
Hey,
You can make it a
black folk in
character.
America here, they got a lot of experience with wizards.
These black people have a lot of experience with wizards.
Yeah.
is this a joke? I'm too
Grand type wizard.
Okay, all right. There's a KKK joke. I
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
get that one.
I'm glad you're translating. For
Thank
me.
you.
I didn't get that one.
Do you guys know about the KKK in Canada?
I mean, we've heard about
It's
it.
called the CCC in Canada. All right, kill myself. I'm gonna blow my brains out.
What's his name? Oh, fuck. There's one comic, Pete Holmes. He's got a funny joke. He goes, "You ever think there was a member of the KKK at one of the meetings?" Goes, "It's supposed to be KKC," because that's how you spell clan.
That is the
C.
Fucking idiots. They suck,
Yeah,
dude.
I guess
I don't know
so.
how to spell.
I think we can agree they suck.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Yeah,
They wouldn't
Grizz,
be
they're
happy
still
with the
around.
Podcast.
Probably not.
What do they do now? They just have.
Yeah, what do
meetings?
they do?
Yeah,
I
they,
can't
don't, I
believe
mean,
that
they
is-
used to be active. They used to at least do something.
Yeah.
I think they're still
They're just-
around.
Yeah, they're no
They're
different.
definitely still
Yeah, they're no
around.
different than like a VW. Like they probably have whatever potlucks every weekend and
KKK
have weird
potluck.
like swinger parties where they fuck each other.
Yeah,
It's probably a lot of fun.
just a community organizer
Probably.
type thing, basically.
Literally though.
They just
People need
keep
community.
it secret. Yeah, they have to. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're not hurting nobody.
I mean,
Whatever.
That was no one.
They're not. I mean, most likely not. I mean, right? They're probably in a lot of isolated situations where they're just
Right. I feel like they only
Yeah.
exist in places where there's just only white people anyway.
yeah. And if you're like black, just like don't live there. It's pretty
Right.
quite simple. Why would you even encroach?
Yeah. Stay in Detroit or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Go to Howell.
Where you're welcome.
I had to do a weekend drug camp in Howell, actually.
For the KKK.
A weekend drug camp.
Yeah, as part of like the probation that I was serving, I had to complete like a full weekend in Howell.
They
With
were like, how will you as a POC do in Howell?
yeah, I bought.
That's when you really let the Asian out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was actually.
I hope for my. What's it called? Probation.
Oh, my probation.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you got cigarette. Oh yeah, I got cigarette for you. Oh, what you like? You like new? I got Newport Manfort for you. I bought 2 packs Newport Manfort, so I fit in, so I see more black.
Exactly.
That's what I was doing.
And that's how you survived Howell.
Oh yeah,
Half black.
it was
half
great.
Korean.
It was fucking great. My whole family showed up at the end. I give a full speech about how I was reformed, and yeah, I chain smoked a bunch of Marlboro lights with black guys.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Huck
You know,
to
survival of the fittest.
That was a good time. That was all right. I've had worse weekends.
Okay.
I've had
all
worse
right.
weekends.
Well, I can't speak to that, but I did do an open mic in Harrison Township.
Oh, okay. That's basically KKK.
I mean, it was. It's the only show I've been to where someone brought a taser to it. And,
Oh, I've been to quite a few of those.
But,
I
like-
got tased at an open mic once.
really?
You did?
Yeah,
Really?
at New Way, like 3.
A New Way.
Actually?
if anything would happen at New Way,
Here's the clip.
What was the context? Were you doing a set? Someone just tased you mid
No,
set?
someone had a taser, and someone bet me that I wouldn't use it, and then I used it on myself. Yeah,
oh no,
How powerful of a taser was
it
it?
was like a women's taser. So.
Okay.
A woman's
someone
taser?
did someone bet you like money?
No, they just said like, "Oh, you're a pussy," like you won't.
Oh, okay. Good. No, the guy in Harrison. The guy in Harrison just did it to heckle people's sets.
Really?
He'd like pull it out and like.
Well, no, he was sitting by the bar and like we're doing a set like behind a pool table, like I don't know, and so like you'd like get through a joke, and if it wasn't like a good reaction from the audience, you just hear from the back of this guy just like setting off the taser. Really throws off your rhythm in the set, I'll say.
I could imagine.
Yeah. Nicholas Ford famously was involved with a taser incident at Parts and Labor a few years ago too.
I've never.
I believe that was Trixie's.
Trixie's, yes. That was
Classic Nicholas Ford.
Give me this lore because I'd like to.
it was
What was the story? He went to like a store to buy cigarettes or something.
and he saw a lady and he said like, "What's up, bitch?" or something like that.
Yeah, he said some of those. Yeah, I think.
And then-
pretty sure.
Is that how you open
black.
conversations in the States? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a very.
That's
It
how
seems
you
like
do
a
if you're
Nick
Nicholas
Ford
Ford.
fashion.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a Nick
Seems
Ford
appropriate.
special.
And then she just.
And then she followed him back to the bar.
Yeah,
I don't remember any other
and
details.
well,
of
she
the story.
threatened him to tase him, and she was like, "Who you calling bitch?" or something like that. I don't know. It's just I remember him telling it to me, and it was just a dumb story. But then I saw him on Stephanie's podcast like a year ago, and apparently like people from Trixie's were like really triggered by that event, and like so they had to like have I don't know.
A whole thing.
They like did a whole podcast about how he like made comedy unsafe for them.
Well, he made it unsafe for himself.
Yeah, he made it unsafe for
Right,
himself,
that's-
but they kind of took it and ran.
Everybody knows has to be the victim.
Yeah. I was pretty upset when I heard that, but anyways,
Yeah, so I just want to say shout out to the guy who brought Taser to that show.
yeah, shout out to that guy. You know his name?
Nah, it was probably like Tim or something.
Probably, yeah. Whatever race.
Ernest
Timothy
Burger
Taser.
with
Timothy Taser, yeah. So,
Taser.
it's
pretty cool.
cool guy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. That we're coming up on an hour. Eric, do you have anything you want to promote?
Any
to the
closing
fans of
remarks?
Boiz? Yeah, you want to shout out JT?
Oh yeah, shout out JT, obviously. I was just gonna say, am I allowed to just plug my Instagram here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Plug
follow
whatever
me,
you want.
Eric White Comedy.
You're about to get so many followers after you plug your Instagram.
Follow me, Eric White Comedy on
About to
Instagram.
blow the fuck up.
Keep an eye out for when I post that new podcast, Beast and Brew, the D&D podcast to do with my friends. That'll be a lot of fun. And it was a nice time coming here.
Yes.
Hell yeah! Thanks for coming.
Matt, do you have anything you want to promote?
No.
No. Jacob, do you?
You can watch my podcast that I do with my friend Grant on the Inner Wizard YouTube channel, INRWZD, and it's going okay.
Hey, no.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so it's pretty good.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Catch me around. I'm getting out a little more, I guess.
Yeah. Love the show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be at the fucking whatever it's called, the comedy kit. What is it called?
Mark Tidley.
Mark
Titties.
No, what is it? The Detroit to LA
Oh yeah.
on I think the 8th. I don't remember. Please vote do your part for your country and vote.
Get
for me.
tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every vote counts.
Every vote counts.
This is the only thing I might vote for.
But only for him.
Only if it's for me. Yeah. Matt, did you did the Detroit to LA, right?
I did it twice a couple years ago. Haven't done it the last couple of years.
Oh shit.
I think the first time I did it, I advanced to the second round, and then I got knocked out.
Damn.
And the next
Who
year,
beat you?
Charles Hill
Oh, okay.
and somebody else.
You said that like that makes sense.
Oh, it does make sense. Yeah.
I just the way you said okay. I was just
Well, because if you were gonna say something,
Well, Charles Hill shows up. He goes with his little fucking guitar.
yeah.
And so
He
it
gets to
does
play
make
cool
sense.
right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, he does, a
I'm
couple
gonna have
of
to
songs.
look up some of this
It's,
content when I get home and enjoy it.
artificially, get more attention, whatever. Like,
Oh, look at me! I'm a
was
little
different.
bard.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh.
That's the energy I'm looking for.
Exactly.
That's Renaissance fair.
And then the second time, fuck, I don't remember what I lost to on the second time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably better not to remember those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping you would say someone I don't like so we can like shit on that.
Oh, okay.
But I guess you like Charles.
I'm indifferent to Charles. I mean, he likes all my TikToks, so that's pretty cool.
Well, you should
That's a
be,
positive, yeah.
you should be more than indifferent. You're getting TikTok likes.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah. All right, then. Yeah, I like
All right,
Charles.
you're a big Charles fan.
I
You like
think
that,
so.
Charles? See, I just got a fan for Charles.
You've brought him around.
But you
yeah.
shouldn't want him to have fans because he beat.
I shouldn't want him to, oh, man, whatever. It's too late for that.
Yeah.
The whole thing's fucking rigged anyways. Just like the elections.
Yeah. Well, I'm up against Emma Stevenson, so
In Detroit, LA.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Still the first round?
huh?
Still the first round?
Yeah, still the first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is in the lineup?
I just know her. I don't remember who else. Yeah, I don't know. Probably just people who don't matter.
Sure. All right. Does
People
anybody
that will
matter?
never see this or hear this.
Yeah.
Because
People who
you're
don't.
two are the only names like, oh yeah, Emma and Joe, perfect. This is the right show I'm looking at here. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
She won't even see that. She's on one episode and it's on the fucking Patreon episode. So I don't know. Whatever. This has been an episode of the P-Boys. Eric, thank you for crossing the border to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
thanks,
fine.
Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry
been
we
great.
talked about conspiracies and terrorism too.
I'm not sorry.
All right, Matt's not.
Yeah, next time we'll talk about school shootings.
Sure.
Just
You guys
to really
have those
liven the
in Canada?
mood.
School shootings, real or
They just
not?
have like mass shootings rather than schools.
Who does?
Canada.
There was a
I don't know.
Mass shootings of geese.
shooting. At
If the Bacon Man had his way, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? The director, Denis Villeneuve. He directed a movie that was like about a school shooting in Canada.
Oh, Vox Lux. What was it? Vox Lux?
No,
I'm thinking Vox Lux with Natalie.
What was he
Portman, where
shooting? Hockey pucks?
That seems like the movie he did do. Why didn't that comes to mind?
we're not ending the podcast until I find this movie.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, I guess we're stuck here.
School shooting movie.
Yeah. What kind of results you get for that?
Yeah, that's
What kind of lists you get put on for that?
Polytechnic.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Dramatization of the 1989 Montreal massacre, during which several female engineering students were murdered by an unstable misogynist. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's when I think they brought some more gun laws in Canada.
Yeah, probably. That's why Jacob's not allowed in Canada.
God.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Jacob. That was mean.
No, it's fine. I've carved out this persona for myself, and I have to live with it, and it's fine. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fair enough.
All right, guys, don't shoot schools.
I don't condone any violence.
Yeah,
Obviously, violence is bad.
your high school had a shooting.
The high school adjacent to mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's pretty cool to be on the news. Pretty cool to be on the news.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, dude.
You're gonna be famous.
Did you know the kid?
I worked with somebody that had spoken to him. If you
I'm sorry, Eric.
if you listen to actually one of our podcasts, we drive
Yeah.
by Ethan Crumbly's house. And
I remember I was listening to the podcast and you guys were talking about it, but I didn't.
it's weird because Grant actually has like intimate knowledge with Oxford in that area. So like he's actually in filling me all in, and I'm like the town over, so I'm getting like echoes of that. But I mean, was my sister in school at that time? She might have been in school at that time, still like just graduating high school, because we moved back like right as the shit was happening, and so all the clear backpacks started coming in. Nobody really started treating themselves differently. It's just like, I don't know, the whole town goes through the vigil. It's really sad because it happens so often, and it's just like the same
You guys
thing
get a lot
over
of
and
them
over.
over here.
The community comes together, and like it forces the parents and the family to be in the public eye when the last thing you fucking want is to be in front of cameras when your son has just been slain or your kid's been slain. You don't want all of America to be politicized. All of America's behind you. All these empty
Wait,
people.
is he dead? I thought he's still alive.
Ethan?
Yeah.
He's behind bars.
Yeah, that's what.
No, I'm saying like the families of the victims
Okay.
being paraded
Yeah, no,
around,
I get it.
forced to be paraded around by CNN and whatever news conglomerates are rushing to the city to exploit the whole thing.
Yeah, fucking CNN. Huh?
Or whatever, they're all the same. It doesn't matter which one.
All right. Well, this has been an episode of the P Boys. We'll see you next time. Big peace.
Peace.